Ninja Studios in western Wisconsin. A show with no purpose. Hosted by experts at drinking. And they're almost definitely wearing pants. It's time for the Department of Offense. Welcome to episode 266 of the Department of Offense. I'm your host, Casey. Joining me as always is Carlos.
Yeah, I'm here.
And we got Gordo.
Hey.
Mr. Arena Man.
Absolutely.
All right, before we get too deep here, I want to give a shout out to our patrons. If you'd like to become a patron, head over to patreon.com/BlindNinjaStudios, and you can be as awesome as Black Belt patron Andy. Andy is in a league of his own. If you would like to be in a league of your own, I guess it'd be a shared league if there's another one. Is it really a league of their own then?
League of Black
And
Belt
he's special
Assassins.
because not only is he a patron, he also gave you a bunch of booze or paid for a bunch of booze for you.
Yes, he did. He's a magic man. All right. And then if you're going to do any Amazon shopping, head over to blindninjastudios.com, click on the Amazon link of our homepage, do your Amazon shopping as normal. We get a bit of kickback from Amazon, and it really helps us out. Also, very, very, very important announcement. Do you know what has been missing from my life? And probably your life, too, for the last, 2.5 months?
I don't know. What is
The Legends of Lothos. And I'm happy to report that they will be back tomorrow night, getting into more shenanigans than usual, in a new land, possibly, or back in time, or sitting on top of a hill just down the road. They honestly have no idea.
Wait, more shenanigans than usual?
Yep.
That sounds a little like that's a high bar we're talking about here. Because we all know the number of shenanigans that those Lothos guys get into.
Oh, they get into so many.
Carlos, aren't you one of those Lotho guys?
Yeah, I'm one of those Lothos guys.
Just clarifying.
No, Carlos is not a Lothos guy. Carlos's character is a
Aranon
Lothos guy.
Solstein is a Lothos guy.
I thought it was Solstein,
No, that's only how you say it.
the Jewish wizard.
He doesn't want to be related to that Harvey Weinstein.
No. It's the way I wrote it down and the way I pronounce it for my character.
All right, that might make sense somehow. All right, Carlos, what have you been up to, man?
Let's see, the class work. Start a new project for my class. My agile class means that it's a group project, and it involves like doing frequent meetings that are like 15 minutes long.
Are you getting more nimble, more agile?
No. It turns out that I did not. It's not boosting my dexterity stat at all. But here's hoping though. Maybe if I stick to it, my dexterity will go up.
Well, I really hope so.
Let's see. So last time we recorded, we ended up. No, yeah, it was. We did the hot pot, not hot pot.
We did the hot pot contest.
Some sort of contest.
No, we did the hot dish contest.
Hot dish, yeah.
Yep.
So we judged that. There's a lot of really good hot
The
dishes.
competition was fierce this year. I'm not gonna lie. We should definitely do some sort of play-by-play for a hot dish contest because I think that would be fun. But
that might be asking too much for hot dish. But no, it was there's some really good hot dishes.
there was some
there.
very that mac and cheese was fantastic.
And we didn't have 30 entries this year.
There's only 13.
Yeah, so I was able to go back for seconds on the ones I really
Oh
wanted
man,
more.
I ate so much hot dish, so much, and then we played Resident Evil.
Yeah.
It was a good day.
Yeah, Resident Evil 2 has been
Is that
fun.
the new one?
Yeah, the remake of Resident Evil
People are
2.
fucking nuts.
It's
I hate horror games.
Oh,
Like
it's
that.
rough.
I am a little baby coward, and so Carlos plays while I shriek in the corner.
There's a couple Twitch streams that I will watch and play, but all the lights need to be on. It needs to be sunlight, and I need to be able to run.
I need
away.
the lights off so nobody can see me
I
cry.
I like watching other people play versions of horror games, but playing it myself is quite a bit different.
Yeah.
I never finished Alien Isolation. That game's fantastic. It really makes you feel like you're in the alien universe. Downside, it makes you feel like you're in the alien universe. And that universe sucks to be in, as you're constantly hounded by the alien.
Yeah.
But yeah, in this, that has the tyrant stomping around and the Resident Evil.
Dude,
police
Mr.
station.
Stompy Pants.
Yeah.
Mr. Stomps a lot.
We finished
Sir
the
Stomp.
Claire playthrough of Claire A, the A playthrough, and ended they had a last boss fight. It was like, oh, here's a minigun, and here's of course,
yeah, you couldn't hit anything.
just
it was
spraying bullets
absolutely
every-
beautiful.
The first try, yeah.
The first try. Oh, the guy's over there. I'm gonna shoot over here.
It wasn't quite that bad.
It was pretty bad.
It had some
You
recoil.
had a minigun.
Yeah. and
You missed with all the bullets.
not all the bullets.
All the
A
bullets.
lot of those bullets were hitting.
Every bullet just gone.
But we made it through that. Luckily, we didn't have to save ammo for anything else after that because
Because we didn't have any ammo.
yeah. That first time though, we did actually just run out of ammo.
Yep.
Yeah.
But-
So yeah, that's it's been fun playing that.
Yeah.
I think your limit of playing it together is 2 hours.
Yeah, no, and that's about it. 2 hours is good.
Except last night where we'd been drinking all day, or a good portion of the day.
we started drinking at 6.
Yeah, was it 6?
Yeah, because I finished brewing at 5.
Oh yeah, because we got food and then we
Yep.
hit Swinging Bridge.
Yeah, and I'd been up since 4, so I think that was more of my pass out point than the booze.
And then we got back here and Man Pete came over and
we played some Overcooked.
Played some Overcooked. That one
Absolutely
well.
horribly.
It did not go
Absolutely
well.
horribly.
No. And then played a little RE, and then they left, and then you just passed out right after that.
Well, yeah, that all my friends were gone.
Yeah, all of your friends were gone, except me.
Like I said, Carlos, all my friends were gone, and
All 2 of them.
yeah,
And then you slept on the couch after that.
I did.
Just 'cause I tried waking you up. It's like, oh, he's not getting up. I guess he's sleeping.
Well, I'm
now
not gonna go elsewhere. I'm already asleep. All right, Gordon, what have you been up to, man?
I'm just happy to be back in the state of Wisconsin.
You wanna get closer to your mic
Yeah.
there, bud?
Oh, sorry, it's my first day. Happy to be back in the state of Wisconsin. I spent a week in Orlando, and then I was back for a day and a half, 2 days, and then I flew out to Cleveland for a week, and I just got back on Friday, and flew into Winter Wonderland, and I was supposed to go home tonight, but that's not going to happen because I'm not going to drive through the snowstorm.
Right.
Did you miss the cold snap?
Yes, I did. It's actually in the 40s and 50s, both in Orlando and Cleveland.
Oh, I'm sure that's miserable for them.
It was. Well, I was sick. I got back from Orlando with the flu and had to fly out with the flu. Started to feel a little bit better on Sunday when I got to Cleveland. And
You're that guy on the airplane, you bastard.
yep. And by the time and then Monday night in Cleveland, I got food poisoning. Tuesday, I looked like death warmed over in corporate training, and by Wednesday,
So it was
I
an
woke up-
improvement, is what you're saying.
Yeah, and God damn it.
Well, they just had to toss it in the microwave on 30 seconds. It's like he's warmed up.
It was bad.
course, you can't
I lost
microwave
my
people.
voice Wednesday or Thursday. I lost my voice, and then finally started to feel better again. Now
Okay.
it's just this dry cough that will not go.
Did
away.
you were you able to do anything fun in Orlando, or was it just work?
work? Orlando was just work and some drinking after work.
Did you were
Nothing
you able to
exciting.
check out that Corona Cigar Club?
No, unfortunately, I wanted to, but I mean, we were going balls to the wall from 7 in the morning till 11 at night every day down there. Cleveland, I did get to check out the House of Blues down there.
Oh, nice.
And saw Lost Dog Street Band and Devil
Did you
Makes
find them?
3. I did not.
Okay.
No, both bands were really cool down there. A couple steakhouses. Got to check out a brewery that was right around the corner from the hotel we were at, called the Butcher and the Brewer. It's kind of cool. You're sitting at the bar.
The Butcher and the Her?
The Butcher and the Brewer.
Oh, okay. I thought you I heard Butcher and the Burr, and I was like, what the
Burr,
hell is
beer,
that?
same thing. But you're sitting at the bar side, and right across from it, you can look at their meat counter and see different dry-aged meats and everything that you can get. It's kind of it's a really cool joint. They had a lot of nice beers on tap.
Did you get some good charcuterie?
No, because it was their butcher side of it was closed down by the time I got there.
But they let you see the meat still.
Yeah, just kind
Those people are
tempting
the
you.
worst.
Yes. And of course, I would have. They had a full menu there that was out of their butcher shop, but of course, I went to a steakhouse just next door beforehand and ate my way through their steak menu.
All right. So it wasn't a total loss then.
No.
All right. Anything else?
Other than that, no.
All right,
I got guests down here.
Yeah,
tonight.
you want to introduce them?
Yeah,
because I don't know who they are.
Greg, who I've known for what, 6th grade or so.
Oh yeah.
And his wife Karen, who own Farm to Fist, and they're coming down for our OA that we're doing after this.
Awesome. Yeah, your guys' mics are hot, so if you guys want to, so tell us a little bit about yourselves and what you guys do.
Oh man, this is pretty neat. I feel kind of like that Saturday Night Live sketch with the making fun of NPR where she's, oh wow, these your balls are so moist. Tell me more.
The fatty balls.
Yeah. I actually honestly feel like that. No, we started our own business a couple years ago, and then now at this point it's actually sort of coming to fruition. It's like sort of real.
Oh, nice.
So it's called Farm to Fist, and it's a brew farm, flower farm, and wedding event center. So,
all right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, and so this has been an endeavor over the past few years, but finally purchased the property in June to make some of these dreams come true that we had talked about through my experience in PA school, and I'm working now as a PA at Hudson Physicians, and yeah, it's an exciting sort of.
It's happening.
Awesome. Well, let's see. What have I been up to, Gordon? What have I been up to?
I don't know. I haven't seen you or heard from you in a while.
I know, it's been kind of nice.
No drunk dials. I'm kind of insulted.
Well, I haven't been drinking that much.
I
just been
okay?
sleeping. Well, like Friday, I think I had like 2 beers and then immediately needed to go to bed. Well, I don't know what it was, but I was just done.
Have you checked your temperature?
Maybe you got me sick.
No, I felt fine last time I was down here. It's the thank you Twin Cities district of my company that got me
All right.
the flu plague yellow fever of 1759 or whatever the hell.
Yeah.
You know,
So
maybe I got you sick with my cold.
well, maybe. You jackass.
Yeah, I never knew.
No wonder you're not my friend.
I never knew that. I never knew quite how much snot could fit in my sinuses until this last week.
Did you measure it? Like...
No, it just was a lot.
Okay. All right. Let's see. I guess the biggest development this week is I got 2 very shiny new fermenters. Yeah. So I have temp control for my beer now. They're sitting over in the corner. I gotta figure out what to name them because I feel like they deserve names. Oh yeah. Because they're all shiny and stainless.
You should name one of them Lucille.
I don't know, man. We'll see.
Oh, that's right. Maybe we'll have the listeners decide.
Right. Yeah. And then then I brewed in some minus 11 yesterday. That was fun. Trying to make sure that tanks didn't freeze. But I got the fermenters full of some delicious IPA.
Yeah, it was weird. Like I walk into the kitchen, like, oh, there's a propane tank in the kitchen. Like Casey's not cooking he's not burning the propane in the kitchen. I hope.
Yeah, well, I was tired of using the electric stove and figured we should use gas. So I just put the burner in the middle of the kitchen and. I said, screw carbon dioxide. That's not real. You can't see it. You can't smell it.
So you had the outside outside tank in like a bin of water.
Yep. Yeah. So I filled up a bin of near boiling water and then stuck the propane tank in it to use that as like a cold sink. And after a couple hours, I was starting to ice over. So yeah, it was a brutal day to brew. But I got 2 batches done. Had to rejigger the kegerator to get the water reservoir in there for the cooling and all that fun stuff. But yeah, it's been a weekend. Yeah, we played a crap load of Resident Evil. What else did we do? I feel like there was something else this week. Maybe not.
Anthem,
I don't know.
comes out next week or the week after.
What?
Anthem.
That's the game where you're like Iron Man, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah, just
I've been
around.
excited about this game since the first little demo video came out 2 years ago, and then it got pushed back. It's supposed to be out last November, and they pushed it back for more development stuff. Blah blah blah. So I'm excited.
I got bummed that they canceled Titanfall 3, and that's just kind of.
But they gave you a battle royale instead.
Man,
That's what the world needs. It needs more
how
battle
was
royales.
Titanfall 2? Because I played the first one, I wasn't thoroughly impressed with the first one.
I loved the first one. So Titanfall 2, I didn't really give it a fair shake the first go around because they removed some of the stuff I liked from Titanfall 1. But I've been playing the crap out of it this week. I don't know for whatever reason I got a bug, and I probably put 7-8 hours in this week.
And I was late to the game with Titanfall, the original Titanfall, because I got the. It was like what, $5 or something like that at GameStop when I went in there to get a new Xbox because my old one kind of dropped or shit the bed on me. Mm-hmm. And I got that and Destiny and a half dozen other games, and then Destiny consumed my life for a year.
Yeah. So this show we just drink. Like that's
Okay.
I love this show.
that's kind of what we do.
What did you say? What you brewed this weekend? I missed that.
I brewed 2
Okay.
IPAs.
Oh, nice.
So
Okay.
on one of our shows, Homebrew Bound, we're doing a series on water, and so I brewed
sweet.
one modifying my water. It's the same recipe, and one I modified the water, and one I didn't, and so we're gonna taste them side by side to see
Ooh, excellent.
if there's a big difference or
Do you
not.
have Justin back on that for that, or
Yeah,
is that
yeah.
okay, cool.
I'm gonna try to get Justin back on. And we're gonna do a triangle test, and it's gonna be
He's
very
really
official.
fucking
And
smart. Like I backlogged 4 years of his show about home brewing, and
Oh, that's awesome.
yeah, and like
Wow.
I know paint really well, but then there's Justin talking about water. I'm like, I thought water, you turn your tap
Right.
on and water comes out in your glass. and you're
water
good
is
to go.
it is a beast.
Yeah,
Like-
son of a
Yeah.
bit. I had to listen to that episode probably 2 or 3 times. I'm kind of taking little notes about this equals that, and you balance the other thing with this stuff, and blah, blah. It's like, holy shit.
Yeah. All right. So we got some beer in front of us. Today we were trying the Sierra Nevada Hot Bullet. I haven't had it. Kind of excited. It is an American Imperial IPA, so it's a double IPA, coming in at 8% ABV.
Sessionable.
Fuck you, man. There's nothing sessionable about that. It's brewed with a double-barreled blast of Magnum hops and lupulin dust. Hops are the name of the game with the double IPA, but we knew we had to take it one step further. With Hot Bullet, we're using a new technique, hitting the beer with a double-barreled blast of Magnum hops, lupulin dust, pure concentrated hop flavor directly into the tank to emphasize the intense pine and citrus flavors of classic West Coast hops. So Sierra Nevada always makes some really cool beers. So I'm excited. Carlos, have you ever poured a beer before?
I know I fucked up initially. And after I fucked up the initial pour, it was like, well, I guess I'm living like this now.
I'm in too deep.
We have some extra glasses there, guys, if you want to pour it into a glass. If not, you're welcome to drink it out of the can. So
Sure.
I wonder what they
Yeah.
term lupulin dust. You know what I mean? Like, what do they?
What does that refer to?
So lupulin is it's one of the components of, it's one of the oils off of the hop.
Yeah.
And so, if I remember, we went over this in our hop series, and I'm trying to not give out bad information right now. But basically, they extract that oil and then powderize it, and so it's basically just that direct like acid and oil going.
Okay.
So without any of the
wonder what-
plant matter.
I just
From what
wasn't
kind
sure.
of hops? Yeah.
I don't think it matters a ton.
Any. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is the lupulin dust, is that affected by the alpha acids or?
Yeah. No. So
okay.
that will have alpha acid and it'll have the oil. So basically, it's everything that you want from the hop without the plant matter. So it's just super concentrated and goes in there. So it has the flavoring and all that.
Sure.
So I'm guessing they used. So actually on here,
Well, if they did it on second.
Magnum is the bittering hop. They probably used some sort of like Citra Cascade, some sort of C hop.
I was just curious, like, when you pelletize, the pellets, the hops go in the machine, and they come out, and they come down this little shaker, and they're ting, 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 all these little pellets, and then there's all this, like, it's almost like hash, that's like it's like totally crusted on the machine, and then you could just take a scraper and just like scrape this matter, and it's super concentrated, but
Yeah, I don't know if that would.
I don't think that's what they're talking about, but it
No,
always
I
made
think
me
that would
wonder.
just be like hop shake. Like,
Yeah. And it's, like when you scrape it off the machine, you scrape it off this metal, and you're like, man, somebody should do something with this because it's, I don't know.
I wonder if they
Sell it
use
for
that.
half price. Yeah.
I wonder if they use that for like the CO2 extraction stuff, where they pull out like the direct like the hop shot stuff.
Yeah, I need to do
More research.
more research on it. Yeah.
Yep. All right, Carlos, tell me about this beer.
So this is an interesting double IPA because like normally like when I drink a double IPA, I'm expecting it to be a lot more bitter than this was.
Yeah. I'm trying to find like a can date on here, but I don't know if they actually put that on here or not.
There's
I
some
get
sort
like
of-
packaged 10/18/18.
Okay. Yeah, so this is a few months old. So that might explain some of the lack of bitterness.
Yeah.
Which doesn't make sense because it says it's a spring. I don't know.
So they the spring beer was packaged back in October.
Yep.
All right.
But I don't know how accurate that is because, I mean, a lot of companies, mine included, that use their own serial numbers. Unless you work for the company, you have no idea what they mean. I don't know what the case is with Sierra Nevada.
Yeah, I don't know. But 10/18/18 makes sense.
Yeah, but there's also the M17 semicolon
That's morning
16.
time at 5 p.m.
Well, my experience with
Oh,
corporations.
well, maybe it's a Monday.
Excuse me.
Is that a Monday?
Well, take Gibson's guitars, for example. You take the either number on both front and back end of the serial number. That's the year, and that goes to month, the day, the
that's a
hour,
Thursday.
and the shift. And so they, I mean, you can't take it in, order, if you will.
My experience with corporations is that they will redate stuff packages to make it seem like oh yeah, it's still fresh.
What? That would never
No,
happen.
Carlos, that's just
McDonald's.
resetting the timer at the McDonald's thing.
Oh, this side salad is expires today. Well, this timer gun now says it expires tomorrow.
Convenient.
Oh, all those parfaits tomorrow.
Nobody goes to McDonald's for a salad.
Some people
Yeah,
do.
some people do.
Yeah, and a lot of people go to a hooker for a hug, but,
Well,
That sounds like you have some experience in that area. there, Gordon.
no.
I think
Can't
we've
afford
all seen
that.
Pretty Woman.
All right, Gordon, tell me about this beer, man.
I like it. Not overly hot bitter, which I like with it has nice balance for an IPA. And you don't taste the 8%, which is nice. I could definitely drink a 6-pack of this easy.
All right. Do you guys want to dive? I don't know how familiar you guys
Yeah.
are with beer, or if you guys
Yeah,
want to dive
well,
into it, go ahead.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, it's got a really clean profile to it. It's crisp, and you get that hop profile, and whatever lupulin dust they added didn't add much to the bitterness, which is nice for sure. And that you get just lots of good aroma and flavor off of it, and not so much bitterness, which is good.
Yeah, it is. It's got a smooth finish, but it is kind of crisper than I would expect from a double IPA going down, which I
Yeah.
appreciate.
Yeah, this I don't know. Like the nose is fantastic. I really like it. I really want to know how fresh this is because if it's like this at 4 months, I really want to know what it was like.
Yeah.
Right off of the line.
2 weeks
I bet,
old.
Yep.
Yeah, I bet that was just in your face, just beating you over the head with some hops.
That's right. It doesn't have that, I don't know, grassy flavor.
Yep.
Or lemongrass kind of note coming. None of that's coming through, even if it is 4 months old.
Right? Yeah, it's completely like it holds up, and I don't know, it tastes like a well-made double IPA, which I would expect nothing less from Sierra Nevada.
Is
They
that-
make great beers.
Does higher ABV help with that with IPAs? Or
Not,
is that
no. There's
necessarily?
not a lot that you can do to maintain your hop flavors and aromas over time. It's just they're not super shelf stable and they're gonna go away. It's just like, and you want that in some things like a barley wine. Like an American barley wine, you hop the shit out of it, and you use an astronomical amount of hops, but a year down the road, you don't taste it. Like you just taste like some of the bitterness that's still there. And
With higher ABV, though, you do get a little less alpha acid sort of breakdown with it, so that may be why it's
It
a
may
little
why it's-
less
yeah.
bitter, and it's more.
Yeah, because I just
more
had American
flavor.
barley wine in Cleveland that was barrel aged in a bourbon barrel for 6+ months. No hop characteristic whatsoever. Everything else that came through really nice. It was very well balanced between what you'd expect with barley wine in a barrel and everything. But yeah,
Carlos, give me a number.
I'm gonna give it well, just because like it's so for a double IPA like that, lack of bitterness is just so surprising. I'm gonna give it a 7.5.
7.5.
I'll give it an 8.
8 is what I was going to get.
Is our scale 1 to 10? Yeah,
It is 1 to 10. Yep.
No,
Oh, I
it's,
mean-
it's 1 to 8, babe.
We everything is base 8 down here.
Yeah.
I would go on the 7.5. I wish it had just, there's like, I feel like another level of depth that I just sort of wish I just had like one more layer of something, but I don't know. There's just something, some sort of depth that I wish it had, but it is a very well made double IPA, which I agree.
I would almost like just a little bit more of a bitter bite, like right up front, just something to bite the tongue a little bit. I'm gonna give it a 7. It's really well made. It's good. I would drink another, but it's not sessionable, so I don't know if I will, Gordon.
Liar.
But yeah, no, it's really well made. I would buy it again. Sitting, if I see it fresh on the shelf, I'll definitely pick it up.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, what is the next part of this show, Carlos? I don't remember how these things
It's
go.
the news
News?
part.
Oh, that's right.
I haven't been here for a while.
And now the Department of Defense presents News with Casey.
That's me. A bingo game at a long-term care facility in Canada devolved into a brawl Tuesday afternoon, forcing police to respond. The scrum at the senior center home started with a disagreement between two women, a 79-year-old and the other 86, over a chair. Sandra Barr, the two women, residents at an unidentified facility in Rideau Lakes, Ontario, had reportedly claimed the same chair, and neither would back down. Rideau Lakes is located roughly 40 miles north of the U.S. border. The dispute between the women turned physical, and soon others joined in. No one was badly hurt in the altercation, and no arrests were made. It was certainly an unusual call for us, Barr told the station. Whether or not the residents ever got to play bingo isn't known.
Now, I get it. Having the right chair in bingo is very important.
How does it matter?
It doesn't get your numbers, but it helps you play the intimidation game. You get
No.
the right chair, you can intimidate everybody else perfectly.
Honestly, I think like
As
both of these
intimidating
women
other people is useful in bingo,
we're
right?
after the same old dude, and like that was the chair right next to him, and they're both like trying to slide into his DMs, like get all up in there.
I didn't think people fought in Canada, honestly. I thought if they were fighting, I would assume that they were like, no, you take the chair. No, you take the chair.
Maybe
because
that's what it
Canadians are
was.
so
Like
nice.
it came to blows over politeness.
Yeah.
No, please sit here. No, you sit here. That would be what I would expect.
They
from
fought because
Canada.
they were too nice.
They were just too kind to each other.
I know, but I figure like if people are going to fight in Canada, they're going to fight over bingo.
I thought they would fight over
is the worst
hockey
they have.
or donuts.
Oh, they definitely are going to
Or-
fight over hockey.
or like maple syrup.
That's a
Or,
good one. Yes.
Like just really anything.
Would they have to
maybe
fight over
maybe one of
maple
those
syrup?
funny loony
I figured
dollars?
like the maple syrup basically runs free for everybody, so they don't have to fight over that.
Actually, that is true. At every sink in Canada, you have hot, cold maple syrup.
Yeah.
I can
known
confirm this. I roomed with Canadian for the last 6 days.
All right, a venomous snake bit a man as he slept in India. When he awoke, he realized he wouldn't survive for long and bit his wife's arm in an attempt to spread the venom so they could die together.
Not how that works.
This is very clever on his part. A little misguided, but clever.
And who said true love was dead?
The
What kind of snake was it?
Zombie.
the incident happened Saturday in a village in the Samastipur district. I'm sure I said that wrong. I'm sorry. Shankar Rai went up to his wife, Amiri Devi, and bit her wrist, telling her he loved her and wanted them to pass away together so they could remain united in death. The husband died at the local hospital, and the wife retrieved treatment for the bite.
I was gonna say it was gonna be. I thought it would be really funny if like it turned out it wasn't a poisonous snake at all that bit him.
No, it doesn't say what kind of snake it was. Just that it was poisonous.
It was if it turned out it wasn't poisonous.
Which I think it's all snakes.
Venomous. Poison is a different thing. I felt
Same
out.
thing. No, it's the same thing.
No, it's not. No, I've been following a guy on Instagram, and he is
Venom is injected, right?
Yeah,
And, yeah.
He's contracted by the Thailand government, and he actually helps breed a lot of endangered species of snakes and stuff like that. But he posts not just about them,
So
but
doing the
about
devil's
a
work.
bunch of fuck off, you coward.
Not a coward, a smart person.
He just doesn't like snakes.
No. Yeah. I happen to like some species of snake. But no, I mean, just being able to look at his Instagram and he goes, oh, here's this type of viper versus this type of viper. And here's the different symptoms that you will face, even though they look incredibly similar. A Pope viper versus whatever the fuck viper. They have very color.
Wait, does the Pope Viper have a little hat?
Better.
Almost. No, it's weird. Like, they look identical for us here looking at it, but minor distinctions will say, oh, if this one bites you, you have the next 20 minutes to live. Get your will in order. This one, well, I mean, it's going to hurt a lot. It's going to suck, but
I don't
you can go to
think
the
you can get a
hospital and be
lawyer on the
fine.
phone
We've been assured
and do
by
a will in 20 minutes.
But
man.
what I mean is just like, oh, yeah, this one has a different face structure than the other. It makes a big difference.
I
between
still
them.
remember Rick being on the show and saying, you can't actually die by being bitten by a snake.
Yeah, no, Rick is a
false.
liar.
I know he's wrong.
Yeah, the
total
Black
lie.
Mamba would argue otherwise.
Every snake will kill you.
No.
That's all it's
Well,
thinking.
if it had the
Murder.
I mean, to be fair, that's the same thing with cats, though.
Aside from a rattlesnake, and here in the northern Midwest, nothing's going to kill you.
That's exactly what somebody says right before they're killed by a snake.
Coral snake.
Is not in the northern Midwest.
Well, northern Midwest.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, the
I
only
bet
thing
there's
we have
one
to
at
worry
this
about
city
is-
Could be.
Probably.
Yeah.
No,
see?
it
Yeah.
couldn't because there's no coral around here, and they kind of thrive in that.
They vacation too.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
In the winter.
There's no coral yet.
and
We'll
also you
see-
have to watch out for snow snakes.
Yeah. Like your cobra that you found up at Madeline Island. That's
There's a fucking cobra,
It was
dude.
no-
no, it was
cobra.
not. It was a.
It was like some bullnose or something like that.
It was a cobra. It had a hood. Cobra.
It wasn't
Bull snake.
poisonous.
It's a hog snake.
Hawk snake.
No,
Yeah,
hood cobra.
Yeah, like you saw the snake.
Cobra.
You jumped like 10 feet away. I saw that snake. I just didn't move. I don't know. I just don't have that life preservation instinct, I guess.
Hog snake.
Cobra.
No, because
With more than
I
50
emailed this
cases
guy
of
about
measles in Washington state, there's been a new push to change the law. Washington is one of 17 states that allow parents to refuse vaccines for philosophical reasons. But on Friday, hundreds rallied to preserve their right not to vaccinate their children. Lawmakers heard arguments on a proposed bill that would ban the measles vaccine exemption for philosophical reasons. 32 other states have similar laws. Measles is so contagious that an unvaccinated person has a 90% chance of catching the disease if they're near someone who has it. The virus can survive up to 2 hours in a room where an infected person sneezed. Measles vaccination rates here at the epicenter of the outbreak are now up by 500%. I think we're seeing people rush to the doctor now because it's real and it's been growing every week. And so folks actually see a real threat.
I saw that there's something about they're trying to change the law so like teens are allowed to get vaccinated without permission from their parents.
I just read an article on NPR. I listen to a lot of NPR, and they profiled this kid who basically did just that. He's a teenager, and he basically looked up his own research on the whole issue and decided to get vaccinated because of his own research that he did. And he's like, "No, I want to get vaccinated." So
It's so dumb. Vaccinate your goddamn kids.
Is there any anti-vaxxers in the room?
No.
Absolutely.
Because
not.
we all are
Okay.
smart,
I
educated
just,
people.
Before I open my mouth, before you come onto my show, I want to make sure.
Holy moly.
no,
Jesus
says the
Christ.
PA. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
No,
Well,
it's,
yeah, I mean, you never know. You could be one of those, the
No.
far wingers.
Talk about getting sick from an airplane. If somebody sneezes and the virus can live for 2 hours, I don't want to be in an airplane with an anti-vax vaccination person.
Right?
In my defense, I tried to email corporate and they would not let me reschedule. I'm like, I have the flu with a side case of death.
You know,
Nope, you got to be there. Like,
you know,
thanks.
I kind of wish that I had enough money so I didn't have to fly in a jet full of people that were sick.
It was a big plane. You know,
You just wear a bubble
Sierra
suit.
J 9000
Yeah.
or 900. It's, about
That's cheaper than a
5
private
seats
jet.
bigger. No, not my bunch. It's about 5 rows larger than a fucking Cessna. Which is really great when you're 6'3" and you have a 60-inch shoulder, and you have the person next to you gets the window seat, and you're like, "Hi, I'm sorry."
So opponents of the bill still think the measles vaccine is a bigger threat than the disease itself. I don't feel I'm putting my child at risk. There's nothing that's going to change my mind on this or on that specific vaccination, said Mother Monique Murray.
What if their kid got measles? Would that change their mind?
I guess
Nothing will
not.
change my mind.
Nothing will change. The CDC insists that the
Die
two-dose
from
measles vaccine is safe and 97% effective. Yeah, that's why everybody gets it. Well, fucking anti-vaxxers. God damn it. They just make me angry.
Did you guys ever see the there are a couple, I don't know if they do it every year but around March Madness time, there's always the brackets with the basketball and stuff like that. And there was a news source, I think maybe it was Bring Me the News or something. They did a bracket of like the most annoying groups. So it was like anti-vaxxers or like Beyonce fans or like pit bull lovers, paleo dieters. Like basically they put them all in a bracket.
I wonder where vegans fell on that list.
Yeah, so all these like very outspoken groups and of supporters were all bracketed against each other, and then each week people would vote on who was more annoying.
No, in vegans' defense, I think there's two types
It's
of
just
vegans.
it's more fun to make fun of them actually.
Agreed.
Than there are people.
there's
No. There's only one type of vegan. There's vegetarians, and they're fine. They usually keep their mouth shut, and they're not soup. But vegans,
I don't think you can be a vegan
without
No,
letting
you
everybody
It's a-
know.
it's a
Sometimes
contest to
it's
see how many
psychological.
minutes before
No,
they tell you that they're
I've
vegan.
had intellectual conversations with one vegan before.
Oh, that's a massive sample size.
Now, wait a second.
Well,
How long
Tell us about it,
after
Gordon.
meeting them did it take before you
N
got?
of one. Okay.
So
yeah. So
after meeting them though, how long did it take before they said that they were vegan?
No, it came up. We were at a restaurant. And they were served something they didn't want. It was shrimp or whatever, and they're like, "I don't want this. Do you want?" I'm like, "Well, fuck
So
yeah, why
so
not?"
it at least came up organically. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah, it came up organically, but they weren't like. And I'm
ordered
like,
shrimp.
"What are you?"
They ordered shrimp.
No, and
Shouldn't have ordered shrimp.
they did not. They did not order shrimp. It got fucked up by the restaurant, so that's why it came up.
All right.
And I,
I ordered the vegan shrimp.
yeah. It looks like shrimp. It's actually seaweed. But they gave it to me, and I asked, I'm like, "Oh, what are you, allergic?"
Soybean
Thinking shellfish or
I mean,
whatever the case.
shrimp
And they
is
said,
basically
"No,
a
I'm
vegetable, right?
vegan. I don't eat meat." And I'm like, "Oh." And we had a very nice, pleasant conversation about why they choose not to do it. And I said, why I choose to eat meat, blah, 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 it wasn't hostile.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Versus where you go
appreciate
online
that.
and it's like, I eat meat, and then all of a sudden 30 people attack you. And so I think there's that silent minority of vegans out
I'm not
there
gonna
that
lie.
are
Being
like,
a vegan, very healthy. I don't want to give up meat though.
No, it's not.
Although they're trying to make it so you can't call now that they're working on like lab grown meat, they're trying to make it so you can't call it meat, like in a couple states.
But is it not
Kind of
meat?
like how there's some places where they can't call almond milk, so it has to be like called like
Almond juice.
juice,
Nut
or something
juice?
Like that.
Well, to
Nut
be
juice.
fair, it's not milk.
Yeah, but it's like a fake milk. Just like Velveeta is a fake cheese.
Oh,
It's a cheese product.
there is
I refuse to
nothing
believe
more
it's real
cheese than Velveeta.
It comes in a brick.
I refuse to believe that's real cheese. Like I know
Well,
it probably is, but I refuse to believe.
Kind of worried. Me and Carlos agree on something 2 episodes in a row now.
Yeah, no, don't do that. Don't do that. All right. There was a time when porn parodies were rare. They were a novelty, blush-worthy relics tucked behind a back curtain in your local video store. But not anymore. Now, unfortunately, or depending on your taste, fortunately, filthy boner-strewn parodies of beloved pop culture staples are inevitably perfunctorily manufactured to cash in on the original content's advertising rollout. That's why it should come as no surprise that, yes, the Legos are now fucking. As reported by Motherboard, the somewhat cleverly titled Lego Movie is a hardcore parody of, you guessed it, the Lego Movie franchise. The latest release from Wood Rocket's Silly Smut Purveyors. The film follows Ramit and Wild Piehole, a pair of horny heroes trying to save Dixburg from utter destruction.
Now I gotta ask this question: are they just like moving figures like frame by frame, or are they just or are they colored yellow so it's like The Simpsons?
They're colored yellow with giant like cardboard Lego heads around there.
Oh, it's real people.
It's real people.
It's not just like someone actually just with little.
Nope,
Legos.
it's real people. The weapon of choice.
I was
Legos
kind
are
of
real
hoping it was
people.
like Team America all over again.
Ramit's penis of resistance, of course. Of course, the plot isn't what matters here. What matters is that these grown-ass adults are slathered in yellow paint, confined in by boxy costumes that we can only assume makes thrusting damn near impossible.
So I'm certain. I wonder if like porn parodies are the only form of porn that actually make money these days.
Maybe. I don't know. Like there has to be money in porn. People keep making it.
Yeah. The world is pretty crazy.
I just figured that people just kept posting the porn and they just kept reposting stuff. That's what I figured that was the system that they
There's
were
just
using.
no new porn. Everybody's just reposting.
No new. It's like Reddit. They just keep reposting stuff.
I don't think that's accurate. All right. So our discussion topic for tonight. Last week, we judged the hot dish competition for the second year in a row, and that makes us master judges. So what else should we judge?
You mean besides just other people because we feel like it? Like
Well, yeah,
vegans?
I mean, besides what we do on a daily basis.
So like a judging competition then.
Well, yeah,
That
no,
we-
it has to be some sort of competition. You could even judge a competition of judging.
So I think it'd be
Okay.
to take a twist on that. I think it'd be fun to like. There's so many like reality TV shows. Like there's not as many as there used to be like 10 years ago. There's still a lot of them.
I feel like you're wrong. There's a shit ton of reality
So
shows.
to make them compete, each reality show compete with each other, and then be the one who has to judge them. That'd be fun.
How would you make them compete?
Well, I guess kidnap all of them and make them compete in contests of my own design.
You know that you can't kidnap a show, right? Like, are you just kidnapping the host or
Participants, maybe the host too. I mean, the host.
putting them on like us? Are you gonna like kidnap Jeff Probst and make him like host it like some sort of reality TV host Survivor, like, but to the death?
Yeah, because there can only be one.
Yeah.
There can only be one reality
Only
show.
one
The
survivor.
podcast has spoken. Every time he was done.
I feel like the cooking show hosts are at a distinct advantage because they have knives.
That's true. But do they carry around their knives on them at all
Well, and I
times?
mean, you have
Only
those
some-
those ninja warrior dudes. They're probably like up in trees or something.
Oh yeah, no, they're
Climbing around all over.
they can climb anywhere. Actually, I might have to be worried about them escaping.
No, it's an island. They can't swim. They fall into the water and they're out.
That's true. I didn't think of that.
I don't understand though why it has to be a legitimate like rubric for judging. Like, isn't that what being judgy is all about? You're just judgy. And
Oh, yeah,
you
no, it's
ju- you
100%
just judge them.
arbitrary.
Yeah, yeah. So just take a bunch
There's
of
no
reality
criteria.
shows. Yeah, there's no criteria.
Like,
just take a bunch of reality
Every
shows and
little like
judge 'em.
challenge that they have to complete. I don't care how they do. I'm just gonna make up my own mind on who gets points.
Yeah. I'm a religious bachelor watcher. Not proud of it, but
It seems like you're pretty proud.
Is there a
I
season?
love
like you said that with great like authority
Well,
and
no,
aplomb.
no.
Is there a
Like an
season of the- is there a
anti-vaxxer
season of the-
I love love judging it. I watch it every week, and I judge it every week, and I love.
Do you think that
I love judging it?
Do you think there's a season of The Bachelor that would win against the other seasons of The Bachelor?
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Well, what's the best Bachelor season?
Oh gosh. Well,
Inquiring minds.
apparently every season is the most dramatic season ever, but that's not true. Chris Harrison's so full of shit on that. I don't know.
I think the "oh gosh" that you said was the most Wisconsin thing I've heard in a long time.
Okay. Oh yikes! Well, I grew up in Minnesota. Don't call me. I refuse to be. I'm upset that I ever
Miss
had to get a
Wisconsin
Wisconsin
over here. Yeah.
I'm upset that I had to get a Wisconsin driver's license.
Congratulations, you're on the good side of the river.
Oh, duh, yeah.
Finally.
Gross. Okay,
All right.
sorry. Go ahead.
No,
Move on.
don't want to. All right, so Carlos.
Temptation Island.
Oh, Temptation Island. Yeah, that's a new one.
Is that what we're calling Carlos's Island?
No.
Yeah. I guess it depends who's on it. I
I think my island is like the cleansing of the reality TV shows.
Carlos, you can't use the word cleansing in a title. Hitler ruined that for everybody.
Fine, we'll call it the quickening.
don't know.
Damn
Jesus
it.
Christ.
Okay.
All right, moving on. Gordon, what should we judge?
I got fucking nothing. I was gonna say food, but there's enough of those shows out there now with Iron Chef and.
Oh, we don't have to record this. This is just for us.
I don't know. I like beer and food. That kind of is already taken up already by now.
I guess. I mean, you're no fun.
beer, food, and football. You know, that's about it.
I'm trying to figure out how we can combine those into a thing that doesn't already exist. I think that's just called Sunday, isn't it?
Well,
and the
normally-
Super Bowl. Yeah,
Normally the players aren't drunk when they're playing, though.
that's fair.
For them, as
Like,
far as we know.
That's true.
If we
Can
get
we-
them super full
can
and
we-
drunk,
No, can we
there's going to be
combine-
so much vomit on the field.
Can we combine where you run them? No, who
Performance just dramatically goes down.
There's got to be like a 5 beer minimum before the game, and then during the game, it's
These
like
are big guys. It's going to take more than 5
Well,
days.
I'm just.
I would
I'm
love to
playing
play
fair.
drunk football.
No,
that sounds like a
what's
great
the-
concept.
what's
It'll
the-
actually be the demise of Tom Brady. Honestly, like, Tom Brady can do no wrong, and then all of a sudden he drinks beer and
You'll
eats
see the
food.
Packers jump to the top
Yeah,
of the league.
that's
Yeah.
true. Yep.
Yeah. Well, except
Eat it.
our recruiting pipeline
We
is
live
down to
this way.
Alabama. Yeah. No, what's that sport or the league where you run a mile, but every mile
The beer mile?
Yeah, the Mere Mile. Combine that into football somehow.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Where-
Not the mirror.
What you have to drink a minimum.
It's just self-reflection.
I don't run, so I don't identify with that. But per quarter you have to drink a minimum of a 6-pack, or whatever the case may be.
I think it's a beer a play.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's
Like somebody,
Aggressive.
Aggressive. Somebody on the line has to drink.
A 3.5%.
You're going to be really running through players by that point.
Well, there's always like the second string and third string. So I think that the people who are not actively playing only have to drink every other play.
Well, no, it's just during the play, or maybe it's like every first down there's a beer. I don't know, but
Yeah.
I want to be on the bench of this team where this occurs.
Be the 8th stringer.
Yeah.
Oh, another beer. Oh, shoot.
oh darn it!
Pass those wings over here.
Yeah, I play football.
Yeah.
The vendors are in the field instead of up in the
Right.
stands. Like,
Beer here. Beer here.
You can't. Why is there buffalo sauce over the football? You gotta wipe it down.
well, that's what those little tiny hand towels are for.
Can we get a porta potty on the field? Those wings are pretty hot.
Oh, yeah.
There's just one tree in each end zone. Like,
We can see you.
no, you can't. I'm behind the tree.
This went south pretty quickly.
Player number 43 is not peeing on the tree. It looks like he mistook the goalposts.
Flag
yet
on the
again.
play. I don't even know if we could take this anywhere from there.
No, I think we kind
I
of.
think that kills it.
There's nowhere else we can take it besides they pee on stuff on the field.
Oh shit! All right.
The Longest Yard gets a remake. It's gonna be the longest stream.
Jesus Christ! All right.
Adam Sandler, the longest pee.
All right. Oh Jesus! I had a thing and I completely blanked on what it was.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, we got sidetracked.
yeah. We got some good ideas.
by football players peeing on the field. Shit. What should we judge? I don't know. I kind of like judging judges. Like we sit behind the Supreme Court while they're doing stuff, and we just make color commentary and give them points.
All right. So like usual, except they get points now.
Well, yeah, no, there has to be points. You can't judge something without points. I mean, they're completely arbitrary, but you need points. And then, and it's already set up with, minor leagues and stuff, so you can kind of go up through the ranks.
Do your own judgy people. Do your own bracket of judgy people. Like, who are the judgiest groups of people?
Oh, we could get that guy from American Idol, the Simon dude. He's pretty judgy. Who's that American Runway dude? Or the
RuPaul?
No, not that one. Oh God, what the fuck was his name?
I'm not
Tim
gonna know
Gunn.
the name.
Tim Gunn. That's the one. He's a judgy ass motherfucker too.
He's so nice, though. I love Tim Gunn.
Do have a suggestion from the chat. Where'd we go? Beer keg softball. You slam beer at every base.
I feel like softball's already pretty beer soaked.
Yeah, if you're not like a major league thing for baseball or softball, I mean, I assume you just drink.
They started the pregame, I believe, in softball. Yeah, I think that's where it started.
Is that the
pregame.
origin of
The
pregame?
pregame.
Is it really?
Yeah.
No, he's making. Are you kidding me?
I'm totally making
No,
that
this
up,
is
but
all 100%
it's-
fact.
yeah.
It's
Yep.
there's
Yeah,
nothing but real
those are-
facts here on the
You
show.
hear that, listeners? I hope our listeners go on and edit Wikipedia and let them know that a pregame originated with
With softball.
softball.
That's why most softball teams are sponsored by bars.
Yes.
At least around
Because they would
here.
start at the bar.
Yep.
Yep. Pregame.
Pre-game. And there's also a post game.
Yeah. Oh,
They got
of
to
and
edit
then-
the bars too.
Yeah, and then there's
Especially
just
post-game.
the game where they're drinking.
where you also drink. Yeah. This is amazing.
So really, you don't stop.
Well, you shouldn't. It's dangerous.
Well, if you stop, you die.
Yeah.
Like that could just hit you, and that hangover might just wipe you right out.
Similar to the measles vaccine, it will just kill you.
Yep. That's why
Straight up.
I inoculate myself one beer at a time.
Yeah.
If only those beers would protect you from every snake that crawls on this world.
I'm working on that. I'm studying the Irish right now. They apparently got this guy with a stick that drives them from islands. So I'm gonna use that method.
Every time I hear that story, I just think of Weasel Stomping Day from The Simpsons.
Why?
Well, just because it's basically a parody of that Weasel Stomping Day is a parody of the game driving the snakes from Ireland.
Did you know that there's also no snakes in New Zealand? Another magical place?
What?
Really?
Yeah. There's no snakes in New Zealand.
I would have thought that place would be crawling with snakes.
Nope, they sent them all to Australia.
If you want a
Curse
good
them.
Irish story, Casey, look up Irish warrior, I guess. Kuka Klein?
Can you spell
The-
that?
the-
for me?
no,
Fuck no.
No, those mythological figures are not pronounceable.
Yeah, it's true. Well,
Sounds-
Irish phonetics are not pronounceable.
Very similar to the Ku Klux Klan.
No.
Oh, that's right. Gordon's racist.
No,
Only on Tuesdays
No,
and
It
days
was
Sunday.
No, you're right. It's the Ku Klux Klan. Yes.
No, that was
except it's all
Greek.
C's. It's all
Greek.
C's, no K's.
It's no case. It's all
Yeah.
C's.
Kugla Klein, I want to say his name is. But
Well, now Gordon's not even going to get
Cuckoo,
to
cuckoo.
say what he's going to say because
No, it's just a cool
Yes.
story.
You went
Some
there.
Irish warlord feller that kicked the shit out of the Saxons to the point where he sat down dead on he died. He sat down on a stump, died, and they were scared of him for 3 days, and they didn't actually approach him until they realized the crows were actually eating his corpse.
oh,
That sounds like a bummer of an ending to a story. He died.
Well, yeah, that.
But I
kinda
think
happens.
he ended up becoming like a god or something. He got is counted like amongst
sure,
the deities or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's probably got.
Carlos, maybe you should go that route to become a saint.
That sounds a lot easier to get eaten by crows to become a saint.
All right, should we wrap up?
Yeah, we could
Should we
wrap
get
up.
out of here? All right. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in this week, and I hope you all had fun. If you have any questions, comments, show ideas, or what have you, go ahead and shoot us an email at feedback@blindnewstudios.com. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/blindnewstudios, or follow us on Twitter at blind_ninja. Also, just a reminder, Lothos starts again tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Central. Check out our other shows, Rules of the Arena, Soundwave. What are you guys talking about this week on Soundwave?
We are talking about. Oh, it's songs that have to do with numbers.
All right. Well, I mean, that's mathy. All right. And I'll see you guys next week.
See ya.